this voice activation nonsense. On. Sound. Nightlight. Munchkin. I'm talking to a brick. Welcome. Today we're looking at another soothing sound machine. This one is called the Munchkin, and it has a nightlight feature. It's kind of like a little carousel in there that shoots light through that lens, and there's a disc that goes in here with little patterns on that are supposed to revolve but don't. So we're going to look at why that might be, as well as have a listen to what it sounds like and all that jazz. It doesn't run on batteries as far as I can tell. It only runs on the wall wart, and so we have that here. It's 6 volts and 0.5 amps. Strangulation hazard. Good to know. Okay, so let's plug it in. Okay, so we have, looks like 6 sounds that we can choose from. The sound button is here. We have the volume and some kind of timer. I'm not sure if that's like it'll turn off after a certain amount of time. That might be the way to go. You set this up at night for your kid or whatever, and instead of it going all night, it shuts off after, say, an hour. On the back here we have a voice activation mode, and I don't know what that's about, whether it understands anything or whether it's just on and off. Speaker is here, so I guess we'll put it this way. All right, let's hear what it has to say. I guess that just goes on a loop. I don't know if there's a different one every time. Let's see. There you go, so there's a few in there to choose from. They're nice quality and everything, and I did detect a little bit of a hiss in there. It just has an underlying noise that points towards low bit rate, which is to be expected. So let's try another one. We got heartbeat over here. Well, that's very interesting. It could almost be like an industrial rhythm or something. Oh, I gotta remember that that's the off button. Yeah, that's kind of funky. It's a little bit more interesting than some of the other heartbeat sounds I've heard on these machines. But like I say, it sounds more like an industrial drum beat to me. Coming soon to a dance track near you. Okay, so we have ocean here. And that's very nice. I could probably listen to that for a bit, yeah. All right, and this side has some more tunes. Let's got Mozart on the first one. Let's have a listen. I just want to stop it there. I don't remember Twinkle Twinkle Little Star being one of his, but I could be wrong. Let's keep going because there are more. There we go, and we've gone around again. So there are 3 songs there by Mozart, apparently, and they're kind of relaxing. I'm not sure that I'd want to listen to them over and over and over and over, but they are nice and relaxing for sure. Now let's try the white noise. And as I've mentioned in other videos about these machines, the white noise is usually pretty terrible. I mean, it does what it says on the tin. It is white noise, but there's usually some artifacts in there that make it unlistenable. Let me put it that way. Okay, so let's try. And even in that one, I can hear a loop. So it's not, I mean, to the average listener and to someone not paying too much attention, that's perfectly fine. But I would probably focus on those artifacts in there that repeat in a certain pattern, and it would drive me nuts. It's not bad. It's a little better than the other ones that we've featured on this channel. All right, the last one is Rain, and I have high hopes for this. Let's have a listen. No, I'm afraid, I mean, it had potential, but there's a really high frequency in there that repeats, a certain drip going on that it just sounds way off the scale as far as being relaxing. It's too sharp. That would have been a good sound if it wasn't for that one frequency in there. Maybe you could, you know, put something over it to help. Let's see what happens if I put my hand there. No good. It just accentuates that one frequency, unfortunately. Okay, so that's all the sounds that we've got on here. Now we have this projector, and so the card is in there, this side up it says, and it's supposed to turn. There's supposed to be some kind of cogged thing that turns it, and you see these little shapes. It's kind of a night sky going on. Projector. All you're going to see is this white light, but I can see on my hand, perhaps if I go like this, it is projecting what's on the disc, and no, it's not moving at all. So there is a pleasing kind of motor sound though. Let's listen to that. I mean, the sound is supposed to cover that up, but the sound of the motor is kind of interesting. Anyway, let's unplug it and get to the guts of this thing, shall we? This is my skinny screwdriver, and it just fits down in there. I'm assuming this is the way to open it. There are no screws on the bottom, but there might be some under the feet. But I think the part we need to get at is behind this panel. All right, one more screw. What's it say on the bottom? 2011 Munchkin Incorporated, made in China, well of course, and then it has the voltage, the model number, MK0038, Rev 2. Warning, this is an electric lamp, not a toy. To avoid risk of fire, burns, personal injury, and electric shock, it should not be played with or placed with where small children can. That shouldn't really be funny, but if they'd put a battery feature in this, it wouldn't be so dangerous. Okay, so we're still trying to get it open, and that's not helping. Oh, we've lost one of the screws. Okay, let's see if the rest will come out. Okay, so a little bit of online searching revealed that the motor failing, or at least the spinning part, is a common thing with these and can happen after about a year or so of owning one. So they're planned to fail. But the good news is that if I can get into there, there should be a way to just reseat the little band that controls the whole mess. So we have to continue trying to get these two halves separated. So I'm just going to work at it. It feels to me like there's some glue or some kind of clips holding that together. Oh, aha, it's starting to separate there. Ah, look at that. Okay, careful not to... Yes, okay, so it looks like there was some glue after all. Alright, so here's the innards. There's a circuit board. Oh wow, yes, okay, you can see the black bulb there. But this is the part we have to get into next. The other thing that they said about these is that, oh, if your unit is malfunctioning or if it's stopped working, then please send it back to us. Yeah, they probably just send you a new one rather than fix it. I'm trying to get away with not having to unplug everything, because that would be a pain. What have they done? Just come off of there, will you? Right out loud. Alright. Now we're... Of course it's plugged in under there. God. Okay. Spudger is the savior of the day here. I don't like snapping noises. I thought this was going to be a simple little episode today. I open it up and tweak something and the motor would just run. Instead I'm fighting it every step of the way here. There are no screws in this part. It's just these weird whatevers. Come on. Aha. Okay. And of course, oh yeah, it's toast. I wonder if it's as simple as that. I just want to confirm that the motor is working, so that's all this is about. And if the motor is working, that the gears engage when they are supposed to. I'm not sure which is positive and which is negative, but we'll just give it a burst. Well, that's the light. Why isn't the motor... Oh, the motor needs a signal from the thing to turn on, doesn't it? There she goes. Okay, so the motor runs. It might need some lube. I think we're just going to have to go with the original belt, but I don't know why it was choosing not to run before. Okay, so a little bit of oil down in there. It seems to run a lot better. Now we're just going to take a chance on it actually working when I put it all back together again. Fun and games. Okay, in you go. It's one of those puzzles where everything has to line up. Well, that was not fun. Alright, we're back, and it's all back together, other than I didn't put these screws back in yet, just in case. It was just as hard to get back together as it was to take apart. But we should be able to test it now and see if it will run. so. There's power, and then we have to put the little card in here. I didn't bother fixing this nonsense here. It's kind of wonky, but it still does the job it's supposed to do. Now that goes that way up. All right, and yeah. Oh, I guess you can angle it and point it at the wall and stuff. That's probably why they did that. And then this kind of keeps kids from getting in there and swallowing the disc or something. I'm sure that's a possibility. Let's turn on the projector and see what we get. You're just going to see this wicked bright light, but if we do this, put a piece of paper here, project it, and it doesn't seem to work upside down. Is it doing anything? It is not moving at all. Okay, we're back, and we have solved the problem. So here's the little gear that turns the cartridge. So these push it up and down, like so. And when I put this all back together, those little tangs have to push into there. And this one was bent back. It's real flimsy. It was bent back so that it wasn't contacting the gear here at all. When I had it back together earlier, I'm not sure why the motor stopped running again, but it did, and now it's working fine. So let's turn it on here. You probably can't see that on camera, but the gear is turning. So it's all about getting this back together once I put the this back on. It's all about getting it back together with those things safely ensconced in there without pushing this out of the way again. So this is the trickiest part, is getting this back together with those in place. Maybe if I push that all the way up, which I have done. Down? Is down better? Down is probably better. Then it's gonna... All right, let's just see. Okay, it appears to be good. So these hold that part in when you're trying to get this back together. This side is a little trickier to sort out. Okay, just checking again. Good. And let's test it while it's in there. Up. Yes, and I can see the spindle in there this time. All right. Does that have to be outside? It does. There we go. Well, I wasn't going to show this on camera, but might as well, because there are bound to be other people trying to fix these things. As I say, the literature stated that the motor / belt system in there only has a shelf life of 1 year. We're going to get a little bit more out of it, I would say. Being careful not to grab that one ribbon cable. It was, to do it properly, it was up here before. Looped up out of the way, over this whatever. There. Oh my goodness. You can see I broke a couple of the little whatevers off. Not to worry, I don't really care about that. And then this should just snap back in there. Okay, and once again, I'm not going to put these screws back in until we work out that it's working properly. So let's set it up. All right, let's plug it in. And I'm going to shove a cartridge in. Let's go with the one that was in there to begin with. Push this up, and that should have engaged the gear. Now I need my piece of projection paper. Okay, let's turn on the projector. Oh my goodness. Just a moment here and I will turn the lights off. And look at that. Happy little sea creatures. And we could have some sound. How fantastic is that? Let's have a look at the other one. Night times. Let's have the lullabies for this one. So there we go, a successful repair there. As to how long that's going to last now, with the knowledge that they're only built to last about a year, then your guess is as good as mine. Alright, so that was the Munchkin Nursery projector. We managed to get it working again 100%, and the sounds are quite decent. It's kind of neat to have a couple of musical tunes in there as well as the natural sounds, or slightly natural sounds. They're kind of a little bit unnatural sounding because of the compression. The volume is a nice touch. The timer also is a nice touch. We didn't test that, but I'm sure that if you put it on the 15-minute mark and let this thing rip, it would stop it after a while. Being able to angle the projector is also a nice touch. You could point it at the wall, say, or the ceiling. And there's supposed to be 3 cartridges. There are only 2, but I was surprised that there was actually 2 of them. To be fair, the one was hiding in there, as we saw. We never did get to the bottom of this voice activation thing, and to be honest, I don't care. So yeah, a fun little nightlight from 2011. We breathed a little more life into it, and hopefully it'll last a little bit longer than it did the first time around. So with that, thanks for watching.